All right, have and have not fans. Now, this is kind of a follow-up to the video I did yesterday about, it's confirmed that David's alive due to the fact that a certain cast member sent me a personal behind-the-scenes photo that's autographed with a beautiful note for my birthday. So a shout out to the mystery actor on the show. But in any case, we know David's alive. He's alive. He will be in season 7, and we've kind of been speculating about it because there was no photos or anything on social media indicating that either Jeffrey or David were alive. Gavin and Peter were nowhere to be seen, but we did see all the criers. Now, in this video, I'm just going to be asking the question that I'm pretty sure we're all still going to be asking, or still have been asking since the season finale back in July. How are they alive? Now, I think for the first time in a while amongst the haves and have not fan base, a lot of the viewers agree that it's a Wyatt hallucination brought on by the drugs that RK gave him. So, oh God, see, this is one of those. I do have a script for this video, guys. I actually have bullet points right in front of me, and it's one of these things where it sounds good on paper, but as soon as I say it, I don't want to get frustrated and turn this to a rant video. But we know the haves and the have-nots time and time again has done things that are just, we know it's a TV show, but it just makes no sense how certain things happen compared to how it would go down in real life. Hospital policy, how the police do this, how banks work, just things of that nature. Because I still, to this day, cannot get over the fact that, what was it, the wire transfer that Candace got that was then sent to the joint bank account, but then was reversed. Hannah and Benny had a overdraft, but what was it, like 1,000 or it was basically a big overdraft, and yet they had no idea this happened, nor did they get any phone call, text message, or email about the overdraft from the bank. So that was just a rant I did way back when the show was still on. But I can't see how this isn't a dream due to the fact that, and maybe this video will be titled, "How Did They Survive?" or "How Will They Survive?" Because the main agreement amongst people is like, look, these are the main characters. There's no way Tyler Perry is going to mow down an entire family. Kathryn, Jim, Wyatt, I still say Wyatt, even if it wasn't a dream, Wyatt's alive, because I think he got, shot in the shoulder and then he fell over. So I think without a doubt Wyatt's still alive. But Kathryn and Jim, the David thing, I've already expressed my frustration on that many times over, but after rewatching the scene, it kind of makes sense that David and Jeffrey are still alive, because of the fact that my biggest gripe, aside from Veronica leaving the cigarette at the scene of the crime, was the fact that, why would David and Jeffrey go down the stairs when that entire group of the group of thugs are there, armed and ready to go. Another thing was, I was like, why aren't these guys spreading out, going through the house, like going in pairs or whatever? It's a big house, and she did say, clean it, basically mean killing everyone in the house. So if you just kick open the doors and stand around, then you literally are leaving yourselves open to be shot. So when David and Jeffrey came down the stairs, I did notice on my third viewing of that scene that the two of them started firing before going down the stairs. So they were picking the guys off, but then it got to the point where they're spreading out, so they literally had to go down the stairs. So then from the outside, we hear David going, "Jeffrey!" And then Veronica just assumed that, everything was good. And I still think that was one of the dumbest Veronica moments. And again, this was an epic moment because of the fact, actually, I think the moment where she and her crew were walking up to the house at the end of the episode, she's gonna be real mad. That was like, oh my gosh, like that escalated quickly. Like I didn't think they were going to move the story along that fast. So to actually have her wait until like the final gunshots went off and then she just decided to leave, I'm like, why not wait for one guy to come out to confirm the job is done? You just assume, which was pretty dang dumb. So Jeffrey, like I've said before with the whole Justin thing, I could see it where Jeffrey gets shot, not dead, but maybe he gets shot. He has to go to the hospital. Then Justin wants nothing to do with him because he's scared to death of Veronica. And, that story will go there. So David and Jeffrey surviving makes sense. Okay, so let's just establish that even if Wyatt was not dreaming and the events at the end of the episode actually happened, because Derek on the phone with Kathryn and Jim, once again, it's pretty dang clear that he was on the phone with David. And based off the conversation, if Jeffrey were dead, I don't think things would, I think there would have been hinted at. But, well, then again, it was meant to be open-ended. But then again, you have David on the phone. But going back to Jim and Kathryn, I've already explained why Wyatt makes sense for him to be alive. He just got nicked in the shoulder. But this will be me going like Tyler Perry, come on now. Come on. And remember, this is coming from a place of, if this isn't a hallucination, if this isn't a dream, then Wyatt did shoot both of his parents, but then they're going to be alive somehow. Look, I'm not a horror movie fan. I'm not a fan of gore. I don't even like movies where people are visibly shot on screen. But Jim Cryer was seen lit, because people have been saying, he missed. No. I think, if I'm not mistaken, when it was either when Kathryn went downstairs to see what was going on and she saw Jim, or when Wyatt went downstairs before going outside to the cops. We clearly see that there is a pool of blood where Jim's body was. Jim was shot. He was not. This wasn't like a fake bullet, a blank like it was with Justin and Jeffrey. He was literally shot, blood and everything. Then we move forward to Kathryn. Now, I will make the argument, because let's say that the cops go into the house immediately. And again, this is just me speculating, guys, all right? So bear with me. Let's say at the beginning of the next episode, somebody goes to inspect Wyatt to make sure, he's still alive, but he was just shot. So then George, goes in the house with some other cops. They immediately see Jim and try to see his condition. And then somebody rushes upstairs because they hear water running. And then they assume that's Kathryn, because remember, at least I think the water was still running. We just know for a fact that Kathryn was sitting by her bath talking on the phone with Derek, heard the gunshot, went downstairs, got chased back up the stairs by Wyatt, pleaded, and then got shot and fell over in the water. I would be more inclined to believe that out of the two, I'm trying to debate which one would I think would be the most likely to live, most likely to die. You could make the argument that, and this is where I'm going to mess up. This is where, I'm just going to, mess up my brain trying to figure this out. I'm trying to use somewhat of real world medical knowledge, but then the show can, and it's a TV show. Tyler Perry can do whatever he wants. Remember that season 7 is next. They did do season 7 reshoots, but going back to the fall of 2018, John Snyder was literally in the beginning weeks of Dancing with the Stars, but he was there for filming for season 7. Then he was in Atlanta recently, a couple months ago for season 7 and 8, so we know he's still there. It makes sense if he's benched for a while, and by that I mean, his character Jim Cryer isn't dead, but he's in the hospital or he's in jail, whatever the situation may be, because perhaps Wyatt didn't shoot him in a vital area, but he was shot in an area where he was losing a lot of blood. So it is possible that maybe the cops, or maybe 911 can get there fast enough to resuscitate him to make sure he's alive. Kathryn is a difficult situation, because you have to remember, not only was she shot point blank, but she literally fell backwards into the tub of water, meaning that, let's say, aside from getting shot, she is literally unconscious underwater. So you can make the argument that Kathryn's in a coma. I think Kathryn in a coma makes sense, because she fell back, and it was really realistic how they made that look. So I give Tyler kudos to that. So I'm just wondering, and this is me, and look, I'm still under the belief that it was a dream or a hallucination, in my opinion. But I wanted to make this video to cater to the fans that think that it actually did happen. And I'm not here to say anybody's right or wrong. I'm literally not, because I literally do believe, based off all the comments and responses I've gotten over the past few months, most people are under the agreement that, yes, it was a hallucination. But there are people who still say that, I think that Tyler Perry did have them all shot, but he's not going to kill them off because those are main characters. And I can definitely see the truth and weight behind both cases. But Tyler, I know you've already filmed it. The only thing you haven't done yet is give us a release date and a trailer, and or a trailer. But please, when season 7 comes, just remember, you had us waiting 6 months. We're going to be tuning in. But just make sure that season 7 starts off with just a little splash of reality. Like I said in a few, I've done this several videos ago. I think I said something about like what's next for Wyatt. I said I wouldn't even mind it if the first episode is like a what if, like how would things play out if this really happened. But then at the end of the episode, we find out it's a hallucination. Just that one episode. And then in episode 2, we pick up what really happened. Like, I still like my idea, and I'm not just saying it because it's my idea, but I could definitely see this working out where it was a hallucination. Wyatt's about to reenact what he hallucinated, but then he goes for the gun, and then Jim has like looking for this son. That's a typical Jim Cryer move right there. So I would definitely say that I would not be frustrated at all. I know some people have literally said, like, look, I'm going to be pissed off if it's a dream or hallucination. It actually makes sense with the context of the story. But to have the character still alive after getting shot, like, if it was Veronica that got shot and she got up and was alive, I wouldn't even bat an eye. Like, how many times have we had her being dead or injured, and then she literally walks it off either within 2 episodes or the same damn episode? But to have characters shot like that and then still be alive by some look, and I wasn't even mad at the Veronica drowning thing because I thought that was a great cliffhanger to the episode. But then also from the context of the story, Jim explained that wasn't she a lifeguard in college? Frustrating, yes, but actually made pretty damn good sense. But if you tell me, oh, Wyatt shot Jim in the chest, and he was a football player, in high school, which I do believe that Kathryn did say that. So he knows about, how to tense his muscles up to like not lose blood. I don't even know if that's a thing. I think that is, but I don't think it has anything to do with football. Look, you see what I mean? How hard it is to make any kind of rationale to make sense. That's what I don't want. Okay, so the only realistic thing, like I said, is if Jim wasn't shot in a vital area and then, 911 comes in immediately to help resuscitate him. Like, I don't really know what goes into the training of a cop, so I don't know if a cop will be able to, help him out there. I don't know. Maybe they could. I don't know. But that was a powerful shot, man. That was a hell of a rifle. Kathryn, I like the coma thing. I like the coma. I could see the coma happen. Like I said, aside from getting shot, you literally fell right back into the water unconscious. So I could definitely see her in a coma if she's still alive. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think these characters are still alive? Do you think it's hallucination? If they are alive, excluding the hallucination theory, how would you want Tyler Perry to write it where it actually makes sense how these characters would still be alive? And yeah, that still begs the question of George showing up to the house, and I still think that he showed up to arrest them because remember, they had already been indicted based off Wyatt's testimony, so the Harringtons and Cryers could have been arrested at any given moment, so I think that's why they showed up when they did. So with that being said, because again, if let's say, for story purposes, because the way I interpreted the end of the episode, after shooting his mom, Wyatt left the bathroom, and next thing you know, he heard and saw, the police outside. Because if it was a situation where it was like a time skip from when he shot his parents to when the cops came, then they're dead because of blood loss alone. But then again, Vinny got his neck slit and he was bleeding out on the bar floor for the entire day, yet he was still alive. So these characters could get shot and still be alive. I don't. Let's put it this way. If they're still alive and the rationale is horse crap, I will be very pissed off. If it's a hallucination, that makes sense. But if they are alive because of some BS, I think that is just as dumb as Tony Stark dying at the end of Avengers Endgame and nobody using a time stone to heal him. Yeah, whatever. All right, with that being said, guys, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you take a moment to hit that subscribe button, guys. We are knocking on the door of 90,000 subscribers. I think that last time I checked, we need less than 130 subscribers, and get this video around, because remember, the show comes back in 4 months, and I mean, looking at Sunday alone, the 15th, that's the halfway point of September. So 2020 is getting here before you know it. The show is going to be back on the air before you know it. So in the meantime, still going to do videos like this. And I said this in my BET Plus video, that it is crazy how I am reviewing other shows now, but the haves and the have not videos just knocked them out of the water. So, hey, help me out. Give this video a thumbs up. Remember, the YouTube algorithm is tripping. Give this video a thumbs up. Like I said before, comment your thoughts. Video engagement helps my video pop up in search engines and recommend it so it gets the video more traction. And even if you have no thoughts, if you just want to make a one-word comment like, hey, awesome, whatever, do that, because again, those comments help out. So thanks so much for tuning in. And small disclaimer, still no word on if Loving You is wrong. It is coming back, but we don't know when. All right, so thanks so much. Hopefully 2020 starts off the haves and have nots in some form of a good explanation, and I'll talk to you soon. Congratulations on making it to the end of this video. If you like what you just saw, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, or if you have anything you would like to add to the video, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you want to keep up with me on social media, go to the description box. All of my links for social media are right there. Also, if you feel like you would like to donate to the channel, make sure to click on the link to PayPal. Any amount helps. $1, $5, $20. As a full-time YouTuber, any support from my fans really does mean a lot to me. Finally, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you're kept up to date on any new content I post to the channel. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll talk to you in the next video.